Hey you guys, I want to welcome everybody to the current sessions live at South by Southwest. Yeah, if you can't tell, we've got a great crowd here today. This is Pledge House at Blackheart. We are right on Rainy Street in the heart of South by Southwest. And some amazing music today, and I think you guys will really enjoy this. An artist who I think is probably one of the few that can say they have backed not only Neil Young and Kurt Weill, but also actor Bradley Cooper. We'll talk about it more in a little bit, but let's get some music together. It's Lukas Nelson, everybody.
Check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh yeah, that sounds all right. Okay. This song is about just outside of where you are right now, Austin, Texas. I'm not hearing that reverb though. It seems to just happen to kick in right when I said that. Cedar trees, the morning air, the way the dew sits on her hair, so peacefully below a Texas sky. I think I'll leave her lying there, take a walk I don't know where, bathing in the sunlight in my life. I hear the sound of windy leaves, summer birds and gently flowing rivers, creeks and pools up from the spring. The music of the water on the rocks is getting louder as I walk towards whatever life may bring. Just outside of Austin, high as I've ever been. Amen, brother. Just outside of Austin, I think I fell in love with you again. Went out to play the other day, the city and its city ways, a time and place for everything you say. But I just want to sit at home, ride my horse or write a song, a little bit of weed and I'm okay. Those nights when it's just you and me, or maybe soon we could be three. It ain't so bad a place to raise a kid. Or maybe we should wait a while, no need to hurry nothing. I'm just saying, I'd be happy if we did. Just outside of Austin, high as I've ever been. Just outside of Austin, I think I fell in love with you again. I think I fell in love with you This is a new song we got called Fool Me Once. You know, usually it was the whole band there, so I'm just going to kind of try to feel like they're behind me when I play this song. I caught every single red light as I cried my way back home. My good Lord, she turned me sideways in the end. I might never let nobody do me twice what she done wrong. Fool me once, shame on you, I'll be gone. Fool me once and I'll be gone. I'm gonna leave my house and home. I'm gonna go out on the road and sing my songs. I might find a love sometime, I might even walk the line. But fool me once, shame on you, I'll be gone. All right. Trick me into thinking that you love me for a while. You can make me think your love was really real. I will read between the lines before you shine your plastic smile. And when I do, I will run for miles and miles. Fool me once and I'll be gone. I'm gonna leave my house and home. I'm gonna go out on the road and sing my songs. I might find a love sometime, I might even walk the line. But fool me once, shame on you, I'll be gone. Fool me once, shame on you, I'll be gone.
Lukas Nelson, huh? And the album is out now. We can talk about that in just a little minute here. But I do want to say, since I already talked about all these bands that you've been playing with, you were just playing with Kurt Vile last night.
Yeah, Kurt came up on the end of our set, played a little set after that. It was nice, great.
So that was out at Willie Nelson's ranch, which is kind of a big deal at South by Southwest if you can get out there. Do you have, I'm sure you've been out there a number of times, is there a particular memory that...
I do live there.
Yeah. Laugh it up. So I'm curious though, during South by Southwest times, if there is a particular memory that sticks out for you.
Oh, well, every year's a memory. It's just like, just tops the last. This year was great. We had Nathaniel Rateliff. We'll be on the road with Nathaniel a little bit later on in the year, so that's great. And then Margot Price, we do a lot together. Margot and I, and Kurt Vile, of course. We had my brother Micah's got a band that's really great called Particle Kid, and he's and so we, just it's a great crew of folks out there. And Nikki Lane, who you just saw outside, she was there too, and I think that bringing all those great musicians together, every year it's different memories that we keep building good memories. So that's
just roll them all together. So you are part of this movie that's going to be coming out called A Star Is Born.
Yeah.
And can you tell us a little bit about how that all happened?
Well, yeah. So I played this show when we go out. Promise of the Real is also Neil Young's band now. We go out. It's Lukas Nelson, Promise of the Real when it's just us, and then I become a sideman to Neil Young and Promise of the Real. So we go out, and we were a couple of years ago at this thing called Desert Trip, where we played with Bob Dylan, the Stones, Paul McCartney, Roger Waters, and the Who.
Oh, those guys.
Yeah, it was pretty rad. We were up there, and Bradley Cooper was there, and he saw me up there, I guess, and he said, I want that guy to kind of help me learn the ropes on how to, perform on a screen as a musician, and so I started consulting and helping him, and he was singing, and we were singing, learning for about 6 months, and in that time, Gaga was also on the project. Stephanie German.
Lady Gaga.
and so we became real good friends, and she loved my song "Find Yourself," which I'll play later. So she ended up singing on that a little bit, but we just wrote. Her and I and the band, we all got together, wrote a bunch of songs, and ended up being the band in the movie, and ended up, so we're in there, you'll see us there, and we're playing most of the music, a lot of it, some of it's her band, but like I say, a good 75-80% of it's our songs and our music out there, and Bradley's singing it for real, so it's going to be real special, and we got a song, original song by Jason Isbell on there, and, a bunch of my original songs, and a bunch of Gagas and I, together, and then it's just a real great time, and so we got to know each other that way, and that's how it all came together.
Was there any moment where there's like some director or PA on the movie set that was like, if you could just hold your guitar like this, I feel like that would look a little bit more real?
No, because I was the guy telling everybody. I was the one saying, "Hey, Bradley, that doesn't look real, so you got to do it right." But he really took to it because he's quite a musical mind. There's a real great clip you got to look up on YouTube of him air guitaring to "Down by the River," because he's a big Neil fan. Neil's set at Desert Trip was the only one he caught because he's just a huge Neil Young fan. And that will tell you a lot about him as a musician, because Neil Young is a musician's musician. He always keeps the best, absolute best, most soulful musicians in his band, and they're just like, they really keep you a feeling. And so anybody who loves Neil Young is good in my book. And, if you don't, I'd say I'll keep playing him for you until you do.
One last question here, because I know it's South by Southwest, so people are here for the music. Well, there's a song that you're going to play next, Forget About Georgia, and I had read the story behind it, and I would love it if you could share it for the people in the room.
Oh, the Forget About Georgia. Am I playing that next?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I forgot. A while ago I went out with this girl, her name was Georgia, and there was a lot of difficulty emotionally for me with that, because I had to go out. At the time I was playing in Dad's band, and we played Georgia on my mind every night. So, you can understand, every night I'd have to, I'd be thinking about her, literally. She was on my mind, and so I wrote a song called Forget About Georgia.
Yeah, let's hear it, you guys. Put your hands together, Lukas and Untitled.
Well, I sure as hell didn't love her this much when I met her. Much as I was just captured again and again. She could turn her eyes away and still hold me under. A river of beauty and mystery pulling me in. And then when she told me her name, I knew I would die slowly. I knew I was destined to live with this pain every night. For each night I stand with my father playing our music. We cry out her name and her memory under the lights. each night I pray I'll forget about Georgia, 'cause she'll never love me like I know love's supposed to be. Each night I pray I'll forget about Georgia, but a part of me hopes that she'll never forget about me. Oh, a part of me hopes that she'll never forget about me. We made love for the first time in a hotel in San Francisco. A night so perfect, I try to forget about it now. That's where it was. And Ray Charles is singing her name like rain on my window. I want to release her, but I can't begin to know how. So I say, Ray, let me forget about Georgia, 'cause she'll never love me like I know love's supposed to be. I say, Ray, let me forget about Georgia, but a part of me hopes that she'll never forget about me. Oh, a part of me hopes that she'll never forget about me. Can someone close that door out there? I say, Ray, let me forget about Georgia, but a part of me hopes that she'll never forget about me. Oh, a part of me hopes that she'll never forget about me. Oh, part of me hopes that she'll never forget about me. Thank you very much. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it very much. I think I got one song for you. I'm not sure if they're starting over there yet.
No, you got
10 minutes. 10 minutes.
breaking curfew again.
All right, all right.
They closed the door and then opened it again.
Oh, the staff is complaining. I see. Didn't they invite me here?
Or tell them to shut up. I'll shut
All
up.
right. Okay, this song, the lyrics to this song are, I hope you find yourself before I find somebody else to be my love. And I would love for it if you could sing along. I know you felt it one time or another. If it's not about the person you're with now, it might be about somebody you used to have, and maybe now with the person you want to be with. Either way, you felt it, so feel it and sing it with me when you can. I'll tell you when. This song is called Find Yourself. It's on our brand new record. We'd like to thank The Current for having us out. I'm Lukas Nelson. Got a band called Promise of the Real. Thank y'all. If it means I don't have to play your crazy games no more. You're the most precious thing I've ever seen, but I ain't gonna let it slide when you're mean to me. I know the love that I deserve. I said I hope you find yourself before I find somebody else to be my love. All right, I hear you. I hope you find yourself before I find somebody else to be my love. Oh, I can feel this already. Well, you tell me things I want to hear. You want me near, and I know you feel me leaving you. Well, you think that I won't say goodbye, but baby, I ain't standing by while you stretch the truth. I know the love that I deserve. I said I hope you find yourself before I find somebody else to be my love. All right, yeah. I hope you find yourself before I find somebody else to be my love. I know the love that I deserve. All right. I said I hope you find yourself, let me hear you.